Welcome back. Thanks for staying with me. We are on the second half of today's stories on World News. I'm Randolf Jamias. Heading the news is another celebration, this time in Africa. Uganda celebrated its 50th year of independence on Tuesday as the country looks forward to becoming middle income when it starts pumping commercial oil. On October 9, 1962, Uganda announced its independence from Britain, and the Ugandan flag was raised under the leadership of former President Milton Obote. Since then, a coup saw Obote overthrown by Idi Amin, the country's controversial and ruthless dictator. Attending Tuesday's celebration were heads of states and governments from across Africa who were invited to witness the colorful event. President Yoweri Museveni inspected the Uganda Defense Force Guard of Honor in front of a cheering crowd, followed by an Air Force flight past as the Army, police, and students marched through the stadium. Museveni appeared optimistic about the future of his country with the new oil discovery.
We have clearly identified the strategic bottlenecks as well as other tactical bottlenecks, such as dealing with counterfeit products, corruption, the red tape, etc. With this awareness, plus our anticipated oil revenues, Uganda, without any doubt, will become a medium-income country in the next few years, and certainly a first-world country in the next 50 years. My belief in that roadmap is unshakable.
Well, I feel it's great. First of all, I wasn't there by the time Uganda achieved the independence. So I feel great, at least attending this occasion when celebrating its 50 years.
50 years is not a joke. So there might be some areas which may need improvement, but like any other, if you can put it on an organization which is just moving up, there are certain areas which may need improvement here and there, but whatever you've covered has to be recognized. So the 50 years, so far as Uganda, so far got, it's quite important, and it's worth celebrating.
In other news, over 125 firefighters responded to a blaze late Tuesday night in Los Angeles as a commercial building was totally consumed in flames. Crews battled the fire from outside and on the roof of the building before being ordered to evacuate the burning structure, local media reported. The building was located in the Echo Park neighborhood of Los Angeles near Hollywood Freeway. Traffic on the freeway was backed up for miles as 2 lanes of traffic were closed by firefighters. It was not immediately known what caused the blaze. Let's have some news in the art scene. America Tropical, the only known surviving public mural by Mexican artist David Alfaro Siqueiros in the United States, still in its original location, has opened to the public 80 years after it was first painted. The image depicts a Mexican Indian tied to a double cross with an American eagle above him and revolutionary soldiers, one aiming at the eagle, closing in. Within months of its completion, the image was partially whitewashed and was completely damaged within a decade. The nearly $10 million restoration project was funded by the City of Los Angeles and Getty Conservation Institute. David Alfaro Siqueiros died in 1974. The America Tropical Interpretive Center will also open to the public.
This is a great day for the Getty Conservation Institute and for the City of Los Angeles because we have brought to completion a comprehensive project that we have been working on since 1988 together.
Some say that if you read today, you will lead tomorrow. Such importance is highlighted in Frankfurt. Some craftsmen were still busy setting up the exhibition halls, and various bookshelves needed to be filled with the latest literature offerings before German Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle opened this year's Frankfurt Book Fair on Tuesday evening. Speaking during the ceremony, Westerwelle emphasized the importance of protecting intellectual property rights. The annual book fair in Germany's financial hub, Frankfurt, is the biggest of its kind in the world. This year, there is a focus on New Zealand, with more than 300 events planned about the partner country, not only showing books, but also offering an insight into art, design, and architecture. The Frankfurt Book Fair runs until Sunday, October 14th. Now let's feature one of the nominees for the upcoming Nobel Awards. Philanthropist and AIDS prevention advocate Bill Gates is one of the contenders for the 2012 Nobel Peace Prize. Consistently topping the Forbes annual list of richest Americans, the software developer used his fortune to establish Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's biggest private philanthropic organization, with a value worth more than $33 billion US. Gates first programmed a computer at 13, creating a class scheduling system for his Seattle high school. He dropped out of Harvard University in 1975 to start Microsoft Corporation with childhood friend Paul Allen. Their big break came in 1980 when Gates and young colleagues signed an agreement to build operating system that became known as MS-DOS for IBM's new personal computer. Microsoft went public in 1986 in one of the most celebrated offerings of its time. In the following year, the soaring stock made Gates, at age 31, the youngest self-made billionaire.
The change we're announcing today is not a retirement. It's a reordering of my priorities. There's a common thread through my different work at Microsoft and at the Foundation. It's a sense of optimism that smart, committed people with the right support and vision can have a huge impact.
In 2006, investor Warren Buffett signed over much of his fortune to the foundation, uniting the world's two richest people in a bid to fight disease, reduce poverty, and improve education.
Well, the big choice is whether the crisis in the rich country governments will cause them to stop increasing the aid that's been so key to reducing disease, improving food availability for those in the poorest, bringing down the number who suffer from AIDS or malaria or malnutrition quite dramatically. If you don't fund $300 a year, you can't put a person on AIDS drugs. If you don't buy a bed net, then there's additional children who die of malaria. If you don't fund the agricultural system, then you leave these billion that wake up every day wondering if they're going to get enough food and don't get enough food to fully develop their physical and mental potential, and that stays where it is.
Most recently, Gates has been working to see the development of a new type of toilet to improve health in the developing world. In August, he handed a $100,000 US prize to the California Institute of Technology for its work on a self-contained sun-powered that recycles water and breaks down human waste into storable energy. The Nobel Peace Prize will be announced in Oslo on October 12th. For our final note, let's go to Mexico and find out what's this celebration about. A Mexican zoo is celebrating 4 precious new additions, Bengal tiger cubs, in their first public appearance since being born last month. The felines were born in captivity in Zoo Chilpan, located in the city of Chilpancingo in the Pacific state of Guerrero. The birth of 3 male and 1 female Bengal quads comes just months after zookeepers relocated a male tiger to the zoo to breed with its Mexican-born female Bengal. Under the watchful eye of vets, mom and cubs are reported to be in good health. The arrival of the 4 Bengal cubs is a rare event with the endangered species hunted in the wild for their fur and their natural habitat under threat from development. That's all we have for today. Stay tuned for the local news. I'll see you again next time.